Tajikistan is a land of towering peaks, ancient cultures, and warm-hearted people. Though it's the smallest country in Central Asia by area, it boasts some of the most dramatic landscapes in the region and a cultural identity rooted in Persian heritage rather than the Turkic traditions of its neighbors. Here's some interesting facts about Tajikistan. Tajikistan is an incredibly mountainous country, with more than 90% of its land covered by highlands. The dominant ranges are the Pamir Mountains in the east and the Alay and Zarafshan ranges in the west and north. These mountains are not just strikingly beautiful, they also define the country's climate, history, and daily life. Ismail Somoni Peak, once called Peak Communism, stands at 7,495 meters, 24590 EFT, and is the highest peak in Central Asia. The Pamir Highway, M41, one of the world's highest and most remote roads, crosses deep valleys, stark desert plateaus, and dizzying mountain passes, connecting travelers to one of the most isolated regions on Earth. Tajikistan is also home to stunning glacial lakes, such as Iskandar Kool, named after Alexander the Great Haft Kool, 7 lakes. Each with different colors. Lake Sarez, formed by an earthquake and considered one of the most mysterious and potentially dangerous lakes in the world. For centuries, the area that is now Tajikistan sat at a cultural crossroads, linking east and west along the Silk Road. Traders, monks, and warriors passed through cities like Penjikent and Istarafshan, which were once major Sogdian, Persian-speaking centers. Penjikent was a thriving city as early as the 5th century CE, known for its beautiful Zoroastrian art and temples. Istarafshan, ancient Syropolis, allegedly founded by Cyrus the Great, still has fortresses and crafts traditions that date back over 2,500 years. Tajikistan's pre-Islamic religious roots include Zoroastrianism, and the country's historical artifacts reflect a blend of Persian, Greek, Buddhist, and Islamic influences. Unlike most of its Turkic-speaking neighbors, Tajikistan's people speak Tajik, a variant of the Persian language written in the Cyrillic script, a Soviet legacy. This connects Tajiks culturally and linguistically with Iranians and Afghans, rather than Uzbeks, Kazakhs, or Kyrgyz. Tajik is closely related to Farsi and Dari. Many Tajiks also speak Russian, especially in urban areas. Pamiri languages, distinct from Tajik, are spoken in the mountainous east and are part of the ancient Eastern Iranian group. The majority of Tajiks are Sunni Muslims, but there's also a significant Ismaili Shia Muslim population, particularly in the Gorno-Badakhshan Autonomous Region, Pamir region. The Ismailis follow the Aga Khan, who supports educational and cultural initiatives in the region. Religious practice is moderate, and cultural Islam blends with ancient traditions and local festivals. One of the most important holidays is Nowruz, the Persian New Year, celebrated on March 21st with dancing, feasting, wrestling, and traditional music. Tajiks are known for their hospitality, humility, and resilience. Village life is often centered around family, farming, and seasonal rhythms. In cities like Dushanbe, modern life blends with traditional values where bazaars buzz with vendors, and people gather for chai, tea, and conversation. Due to economic hardship, many Tajiks work abroad, especially in Russia, and send remittances home. This is a major part of the national economy. Dushanbe, which means Monday in Tajik, named after its old Monday market, has grown from a small town into a modern capital with wide boulevards, public parks, and cultural landmarks. Highlights include the National Museum of Tajikistan, the Rudaki Theater, the world's second tallest flagpole, 165 meters, Somoni Square, honoring the 10th century founder of the Tajik nation. Tajikistan gained independence in 1991, following the collapse of the Soviet Union. However, it suffered a brutal civil war, 1992-1997, that devastated the economy and infrastructure. Since then, it has achieved relative stability, but challenges remain. Heavy reliance on foreign aid and remittances, limited political freedoms, and authoritarian rule. Despite this, the country has made progress in education, healthcare, and infrastructure, and is known for its peaceful population and regional cooperation efforts. Tajikistan is a place where high mountains meet deep history, and where ancient Persian culture lives on in the language, poetry, and customs of its people. Though often overlooked, it offers breathtaking landscapes, warm hospitality, and cultural depth that surprises and captivates visitors.